An unexpected day. It was a normal Monday morning. Tom woke up late because his alarm didn't go off. He quickly brushed his teeth and grabbed a piece of toast. Rushing out the door, he forgot his laptop on the kitchen table. On the bus, he realized he had left it behind. He sighed and decided to buy coffee to calm himself. At the cafe, he saw a woman drop her wallet. He picked it up and ran after her. "Excuse me, you dropped this," Tom said, handing her the wallet. The woman smiled and thanked him warmly. Her name was Anna, and she worked at a travel agency nearby. They started talking about their jobs and favorite cities. Anna invited Tom to have a proper coffee since he missed his morning one. They sat down and talked for over an hour. She told him about a small island in Greece she visited last summer. Tom had never been to Greece, but now he wanted to go. Just then, Tom's phone rang. It was his boss. His boss asked why he wasn't at work yet. Tom explained about missing the bus and losing his laptop. His boss was annoyed, but told him to come in by noon. After saying goodbye to Anna, Tom went to a computer shop. He bought a cheap laptop so he could still work. When he arrived at the office, his coworker Sarah looked surprised. "You're here? I thought you were fired," she whispered. Tom didn't understand. Later, he found out that someone had sent an email pretending to be him. The fake email said he was quitting immediately. Tom showed his new laptop and proved he was there. His boss believed him, but warned him about email security. Feeling stressed, Tom went to the restroom to cool down. While washing his hands, he heard two men talking in the next stall. They were discussing a secret project for a new app. Tom recognized the details. It was his company's top secret plan. "But those men weren't from my department." He quietly left and told Sarah what he heard. Together, they reported it to the security team. Later, the two men were caught trying to leave with stolen files. They were spies from a competing company. Because of Tom's quick thinking, the company avoided a big loss. The CEO even called a short meeting to thank him. Everyone clapped, and Tom felt proud. After work, he checked his old email and found a message from Anna. She wrote, "I had fun today. Want to see photos from Greece?" Tom smiled and replied yes. He also attached a funny photo of himself with coffee on his shirt. Anna laughed and suggested dinner the next day. Tom agreed, feeling lucky despite the messy morning. That night, he didn't mind that his day started badly. Sometimes bad beginnings lead to good endings. He fell asleep thinking about islands, coffee, and kind strangers. Life, he realized, was full of surprises. The mayor who fought the smog. In a busy city called Green Hill, the air was thick and gray. People coughed when they walked outside. Children could not play in the parks because of the smoke. Birds had left the trees, and flowers barely grew. Everyone knew the city was sick, but no one knew how to fix it. For years, mayors came and went, but nothing changed. Then, one day, a new mayor named Clara Reed took office. Clara was not like other politicians. She wore simple clothes and rode a bicycle to work. On her first day, she stood in the town square and spoke to the people. "I promise," she said, "to make Green Hill green again." Some laughed, others whispered, "She'll fail like the rest." But Clara had a plan, and she started right away. First, she closed the old coal factory near the river. The factory owner, Mr. Haskins, was angry. He shouted at meetings and said jobs would be lost. Clara listened, then offered a deal. The city would help retrain workers. They could learn solar panel installation or electric bus repair. Many were unsure, but some took the chance. Next, Clara introduced electric buses. At first, only 3 ran each day. People complained they were slow and didn't go far enough. But slowly, more buses arrived. Soon there were 20, then 50. Old diesel buses were replaced, and the streets became quieter. Still, problems remained. Rich families in the West Hill district refused to change. They drove big cars and said, "We pay taxes, we should decide." Clara did not argue. Instead, she invited them to a dinner. She served food grown in rooftop gardens. She showed photos of children in hospitals with breathing masks. One woman cried. A man said, "I never thought about that." After that, many joined her clean air campaign. Then came the biggest challenge, the underground waste pipes. They leaked chemicals into the river. Fixing them would cost millions. The city council said, "We don't have the money." Clara searched for answers. She found an old law allowing cities to tax pollution. So she created a smog tax on factories and large vehicles. The rich protested again, but most citizens supported it. Money poured into the city fund. With the funds, Clara hired engineers and scientists. They cleaned the river and built filters. Trees were planted along every street. Solar panels covered school roofs. Even schools joined the fight for clean air. Students made posters and sang songs about clean air. One winter morning, something amazing happened. The sky was blue, truly blue, for the first time in 30 years. People stepped outside and looked up. Some smiled, others wiped tears from their eyes. A little girl ran to her mother and said, "Mom, I can see the sun." Not everyone was happy, though. Mr. Haskins still blamed Clara for her factory's closure. He started a group called Green Hill First, saying the changes hurt business. He spread rumors and tried to get Clara removed. But during the next election, people remembered the clean air, the quiet buses, the safe parks. Clara won by a landslide. Years later, Green Hill became a model city. Tourists came to see the green rooftops and clean rivers. Other mayors visited to learn from Clara's plan. She always said, "Change is hard, but hope is stronger." One day, a young student asked her, "What if no one had helped you?" Clara smiled. "Then I would have kept walking alone until others joined." The unexpected candidate. It was a quiet morning in the small town of Maplewood. Sarah Thompson, a 34-year-old school teacher, walked to her classroom with coffee in hand. She loved teaching history and civics to high school students. One day, she asked her class a simple question: "What would you change about our government?" A student named Jamal raised his hand and said, "I wish regular people like us could really make a difference." That sentence stayed with Sarah long after class ended. Later that week, she attended a town meeting about rising school taxes. The local council ignored most residents' concerns. Sarah stood up and gave a passionate speech about fairness and education. To her surprise, many people clapped and thanked her afterward. A man named Mr. Evans, who owned the local diner, said, "You should run for city council." Sarah laughed at first. "Me? I'm just a teacher." But more people began encouraging her. Even her best friend, Lisa, said, "You have a voice. Use it." After weeks of thinking, Sarah decided to enter the race. She knew nothing about campaigns or politics. Lisa helped her create flyers and a simple website. They knocked on doors and talked to neighbors. Many liked her honesty and fresh ideas. But not everyone supported her. The current council member, Mr. Grayson, had been in office for 12 years. He was rich, powerful, and used to winning easily. When he heard about Sarah's campaign, he smiled coldly. His team started spreading rumors. They said Sarah didn't have enough experience. They claimed she wanted to raise taxes even more. Some people began to doubt her. Sarah felt discouraged, but she refused to quit. One evening, Jamal and other students made posters for her. "Vote for Miss T. She listens," one read. The community slowly warmed to her message. She promised transparency, better schools, and affordable housing. She didn't take money from big companies, only small donations from locals. On election night, Sarah sat in Lisa's living room, nervous. Mr. Grayson held a big party downtown with music and reporters. News stations reported the results slowly. At first, Grayson was ahead. Sarah's heart sank. Then votes from the East Side came in. She gained ground. More ballots were counted. Suddenly, the news anchor said, And the winner of the Maplewood City Council seat is Sarah Thompson. Sarah gasped and hugged Lisa tightly. People outside her window started cheering. Her students from school arrived with signs and balloons. Even Mr. Evans brought free coffee to celebrate. The next day, newspapers called her the teacher who changed everything. In her first council meeting, Sarah spoke clearly and calmly. She proposed a plan to improve the public library and reduce waste in city spending. Some members rolled their eyes, but others listened. Over time, her ideas gained support. 1 year later, test scores in schools rose, and new playgrounds were built. Sarah never forgot where she came from. She still taught one class each week, inspiring new students. Jamal told her, "Now I want to run for office someday too." Sarah smiled and said, "Then I've done my job."